Accounting and finance, what's the difference? Accounting is the beginning phase, while finance is like pretty much more advanced than accounting, arguably. Hello guys, welcome once again. I am Favor T Obijole, and today I'll be sharing my thoughts around the various career paths that one could pursue in finance. And before I do that, I'll be explaining the difference between accounting and finance as a career path. I understand that it's a bit of a misconception between both professions, and coming from someone like me who studied accounting, did the chartered accountancy program, and also had some accounting internships before switching to finance, which I currently work in. I hope I'm able to do justice today, so stay with me. So, accounting and finance, what's the difference? I'll try to make this really high level and really short so that it's easy to understand. So, maybe just for a bit of a background, accounting ideally people say is the foundation of finance, because many times finance guys make use of, not all, but a lot of finance guys make use of, the accounting statements, especially when it comes to financial analysis, investment banking and the likes. They typically make use of financial reports that have been prepared by accountants, right? So what is accounting, what is finance? Accounting is the beginning phase, while finance is like pretty much more advanced than accounting, arguably. So what does accounting entail? Accounting has to do with the aspect of recording transaction, bookkeeping, preparing that into like a decent report so that people can easily understand. Auditing, auditors come and audit this is still the whole of it's still like an accounting process. Oh, a company makes profit, they need to be taxed, right? You need a tax accountant as well to do that. So essentially accounting has to do with more bookkeeping, financial reporting, auditing, tax. I mean, there's a lot. There's a list, longer list, but this is inexhaustive, right? But it's high level what accounting is. Finance, on the other hand, typically takes use of the report that has been prepared. Make some forecasts. That's more intuitive. Is more analytical, you could say, because they're not just taking the numbers for it. They create an assumption. They try to drive that assumption, have their own forecast. And so if you're working in budgeting and analysis, essentially you're already diving towards the aspect of finance and no longer in accounting, right? So finance also has like so many aspects that you could pursue a career in. There's the typical investment analyst or financial analyst. There is portfolio management. There is global market sales and trading. There is asset management. I mean, the list is inexhaustive. There's compliance, there's risk. All of this is still under finance, because at the end of the day, what is the risk if you're just reporting, right? Risk comes when you're trying to make some forecasts, take some positions in market, so then you need like a risk person. So if you're working in risk, you're still kind of working in a finance related role, although maybe not core finance, but it's still finance. So what are the high level parts? I think I've highlighted this already, but I'll just mention like 3 more or 4 more and explain in detail or in high level summary what they do. So stay with me. So what are the various aspects in finance that one can pursue a career in? Number 1, or the general idea, is investment analysis. Now this can be done on a proprietary basis or on a client basis, i.e. you're managing or preparing reports for just your company's funds, or you're preparing reports for like managing clients' money. So it's still like investment analysis. You could be doing this from a public equity standpoint, or you could be doing this from a private equity standpoint. So if you're working in an investment management firm or in an asset management firm, you could potentially, your role is going to be tied to the investment analysis, but then you could be doing equity research as well, right? Which is also like another career path that one could follow. So an investment analyst could find himself doing equity research, depending on the company he works for, and also could find himself doing portfolio management depending on the company he works for. So essentially, there's investment analysis, which kind of many times has so many roles in it. When it comes to the specific roles, we have equity research, which means you are taking companies on the public market, writing reports on them and giving recommendation buy, hold or sell, right? And people typically make use of this result. Portfolio management is when you're working in an asset management firm where you guys are managing clients' money or managing company money, and then you have to like prepare a portfolio, you try to reallocate it such that you generate the maximum profit with the minimum risk, right? So that is what portfolio management entails. We also have investment banking, where the analyst, associates, and the team typically advise companies when it comes to M&As being mergers and acquisitions. Two companies are trying to merge, or a company is trying to acquire one other one. They come to an investment bank. So investment banking entails either working on M&As or advising companies that are trying to like raise capital, or they're trying to go public. We call this IPOs. So an investment banking firm services will be required when it comes to M&A, capital markets, ECM, DCM. They're trying to raise debt, they're trying to raise equity. They come to an investment bank. Or they're trying to go public, they come to an investment bank. They're trying to go out of the market, they come to an investment bank. Right. So this is what investment banking entails. Then we also have global market. Global market has so many things. Well, the general role in global market that we know is sales and trading. I.e., you guys are like working either a salesperson or you are a trader, which means you trade different asset classes on the market. There's like a ton of asset classes, right? You could be trading equities, you could also be trading fixed income, you could be trading currencies, you could be trading like derivatives, so there's so many things that one could trade on the market. So that is also global markets. Then we have asset management, which I've kind of already touched on when I'm talking about portfolio management, which also entails managing assets for your client, trying to find the right place to allocate capital to, and the like. So in summary, we have equity research, we have investment analysts, we have portfolio management, we have investment banking, we have global market, and we have asset management. But again, the list is inexhaustive. But hopefully this is helpful to like make a decision. So when it comes to like what do you want to do, which one is most suited to me, I'll try to make subsequent videos on this to let you know what is the skill required for each of these roles and where you can channel your application to, in case, just to know where your strength lies, and hopefully that'll be helpful. So make sure you share this video with others to help them and make them informed, and see you next time. Cheers.